Okay, so we're gonna we're gonna go ahead and get started. Okay.
All right.
Yes, absolutely. So, Miss Allison, you are Allison Roselle, and you are a Reiki master healer. Okay, and teacher, author, spiritual wellness, and empowerment coach who serves Black women and women of color over 40, helping them to embody their calling as light workers and leaders in their own lives. Okay, and through your coaching, writing, and online offerings on platforms like Substack, YouTube, you create spaces for like I said, Black women and women of color to reconnect with their inner wisdom, reclaim their power, and align with holistic practices that support emotional, spiritual, and energetic well-being. Okay. Thank you, uh, sister, for joining me today. I just wanted to talk about how we first met. Okay. So what happened was I was just going through Substack, going to all the different lives, okay, like I normally do, my rounds. So I came across your site and I'm like, okay, I'm going to see what she's talking about. What's she about? So I came there and you were basically, it was just me and you, which was really cool because I was able to get some really cool information. You just concentrated on me at that moment. I'm like, oh, this is an opportunity to see what she's talking about. Okay. So you asked me about that reading, which deck I wanted and everything. I like, you choose. I don't know the difference. You know what I'm saying? So the information that you provided was dead on. I'm like, because I'm tired. I'm tired right now. Because I get up at 11. I get up at 11 o'clock at night. So it's past my bedtime. But anyway, so that's when I do my best work, okay? At 11 o'clock at night. That's when my energy is high. So I'm like, I'm going to take advantage of that, right? So as we get later in the day, after lunch, I'm done. I'm toast, okay? My energy is sapped. And they're like, where's she at? I'm tired, child. I have to take a nap. Okay? I got wore out. So a Reiki master, is essentially an energy work instructor, okay, who masters a specific Japanese healing tradition, okay? They facilitate the body's natural healing process through energy transmission, okay? Some of the excellent providers include genuine stress relief and energetic balance. Okay. Who don't want that? I know I need balance a lot of times. Anyway, others are weekend warriors with online certifications. Okay. Been there, done that. You got to work apart. You got to work, do this, to make you some money on the side of your regular job. I am so glad I don't have a regular job no more. You have no idea. Okay, so this field can be considered as important as engineering or military. It's essential. It allows us to come into balance completely. Okay,
absolutely. Mm-hmm.
And I really didn't realize how essential. Well, in a way, I'll tell you that in a minute. Like I said, I know myself. I'm a morning person. That's when I have the most energy. Okay, so that's when I'm going to be the most productive. Okay. But I was going to work in a toxic work environment. That drained my energy. I didn't have no energy to go to work. Okay. Right. So that when I got to work and being a morning person, I like that because it's quiet, it's peaceful, nobody's around to bug you and bother you. Okay. So yeah. And not to have energy in the morning when I get ready to go to work, that is a serious problem. Yeah. Okay. That's a red flag.
Absolutely.
Okay. So I would, pump myself with I like, okay, maybe I'll drink some coffee.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what else could I do? Anything with sugar in it's gonna give you a boost, but it's only temporarily. We
It's
know
gonna make
that.
you crash.
Exactly, exactly. So I'm like, okay, my energy is really off balance here. So
Mm-hmm.
it didn't get any better either.
Right.
It got worse. My energy came on when I left work. Go
Mm-hmm.
to show you how bad it was.
Yeah.
Okay. And so all day I'm walking around trying to protect my energy. Okay. Because soon as I see that toxic supervisor, boom, you know, it's over. It's over.
Mm-hmm.
So how can I protect my peace, my freedom, and my energy in a toxic work environment? It's impossible. So what I
Not
did was,
possible.
well, right. But what I did was I tried to flip the script and tell myself something else instead. Okay, why am I here? Okay, I'm here because I'm doing this work that's going to help the community where we're working to have
Mm-hmm.
better lives. I tried to use that to try to uplift my spirit, uplift myself in general.
Mm-hmm.
It only helped a little bit. I'm like, I'll be damned. I can't even psych my own self out. Okay.
Right.
So I got to the point where I realized that I had to get rid of that job. Okay, because that
Mm-hmm.
job was just killing me.
Right.
Okay. It killed everything that I held dear, including my energy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when you gave me that reading, it was truth to form. Okay. So the spirit led me to you.
Yeah.
Okay. And I've been resting ever since. Every day I take time out to rest for myself. Because if I drop dead today,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, okay, it'd be a distant memory.
Right.
Margaret who? Margaret who?
Right.
Okay? She should have took better care of herself. Okay? She should have, self-care is the most important thing of all. If we don't take care of ourselves, how can we help anybody else? You
That's
know?
right. That's
So,
right.
right? So tell us, talk to us about your journey. What brought you to Substack and why you here?
Well, let's see. Someone suggested Substack to me, and I
Okay.
don't remember exactly who it was. I had been on TikTok for a while. I'm still on TikTok. I kind of
Okay.
think it was one of the creators on TikTok was talking about Substack. So I was like, okay, well, let me go create a page. Let me see what Substack is talking about, right? So I come over, I create my page, but I don't really do nothing with it for a while. Like, cause I'm just kind of like looking around, seeing what's going on and everything else because I was like, I don't want to download another thing and get started with another thing. And if it doesn't align with me, then why am I here? Right. But as I started looking at the content on Substack, I was like, oh, these are writers, these are creatives, these are people who are thought leaders. They are, you know, very um aligned with what their calling is. And even if some of them are still searching for their calling, they're still like feeling their way through it in a way that is really to me beautiful and creative because it's that creative expression. And when I started looking at Substack and then I saw, the color is orange, which aligns with the sacral chakra energy center. So it's like, okay, this is creativity. I'm seeing all these brilliant black writers and creatives. And I'm like, oh, these are my people. These are my people. So I'm like, okay, well, let's go ahead and chill over here. So I just started, going back to what I love, which is writing, because I do have a book that I published. I'm working on my second book that'll be published in another month. Um, and I love to write. I love that avenue to be able to express myself because even though I'm a Leo, I have big Leo energy. Being in front of a camera is no thing for me. However, sometimes I just want to write out what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking. I want to think out loud, but on paper, if you will. So that's kind of how I found my way. Like one of my beautiful friends named Regina, and I think I saw her name on here. She might be watching right now. If she is, hey Regina girl. But
Hey,
she is brilliant. Her page, she writes just such brilliant. Her name is Regina, and I think it's Soul Regina. I'm sorry, Regina, if I mess
that
up your
name
page.
sounds familiar.
But her stuff is brilliant. So when I started looking at the things that she was expressing and everyone else, I'm like, I gotta get in this. I gotta do this. Because
Yeah.
I wanted to be able to talk about my journey as a healer, as a coach, and talk about the things that are near and dear to my heart. Because especially in helping Black women who are 40 and over, that's my mission. That is my passion. So I wanted to be sure that I had somewhere to showcase all of that. So that's how I got here, and I'm happy. I love
And
it.
I'm happy to have met you. Okay.
Me too. I'm happy to have met you too, Goddess Margaret.
Thank you so much. Because what you told me is what I already knew. But
Yes,
we stretch our boundaries beyond what we are capable of handling. And
that's right.
we refuse to admit that to ourselves until we end up in a hospital. Okay.
Yep,
So
absolutely.
you told me, okay. Dr. Nicole told me, how many people do I have to tell me before I wake up?
Right?
Okay. Hopefully I
Mhm.
wake up. And then if I wake up and I'm not in the hospital, okay, well, who's going to take care of my dogs? So I have to. Okay. So that's where we at today. And so when we realize how important our energy is, okay,
Yeah.
we must protect it like our bank account, like currency,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Absolutely.
I didn't realize, but our energy is being impacted by our emotions, by our physical well-being,
Yes.
okay? And in all ways, really, spiritually as well too, okay? And
But
we just
all
don't
of that is
realize it.
energy. All of that is energy. All of
Okay,
that is energy. All of us are energy. Everything energy is all around us constantly. I often teach my community what is super, super important in protecting our energy is first of all, we need to build morning and evening routines. That is essential because we have to have a way in the evening to come down from the day because we've been bombarded with information all day long. We've been bombarded with energy vampires all day long. We've been dealing with, like what you talked about, the difficult boss and with all their microaggressions and everything else. So we have to have something that helps us come down from the day. So I highly recommend get off of social media before you go to bed. Like, give yourself that window of time. Like, if your bedtime is normally, let's say, 10 o'clock, then all screen time needs to stop around 9 o'clock. Just stop it. Give your mind, give your emotions, give your energy that ability for you to just breathe, to just come and be one with yourself. Sit down on the edge of your bed. This is what I tell people because they're like, well, I'm not an energy healer. You can do things energetically for yourself. It's simple. Sit down on your bed, put your feet flat on the floor, and take 5 deep breaths. And let those be, as my mentor says, fat belly breaths, meaning when you inhale, your stomach is coming out. And when you exhale, your stomach is coming in. Okay. So making sure that you are breathing, close your eyes. If you want to put your hands on your heart, put your hands on your heart. You know, Feel your body. Feel yourself coming back into your body after all that you've been dealing with all day long. If you don't want to connect with nothing else, connect with yourself late at night. And then when you get up in the morning, after you've, done your business, because I know a lot of us, we at that age where the bathroom is like a must. We got to hurry up and get there. Not even going at. But once you've done that, take a few moments and just breathe. Don't think about what you got to do for the day. Don't think about that coworker that just won't shut the hell up early in the morning before you had your coffee. Don't think about that meeting that they scheduled that probably could have been an email. Don't think about that. Just concentrate on yourself. Concentrate on you. Jeffrey Osborne told us to do this. Concentrate on you. Concentrate on you for just that moment. Give yourself those moments in the morning. Go outside and connect with nature. I know it's wintertime and it's cold in a lot of places, but if it's not too cold, go outside and get you. Hi, Goddess Christine. That's one of my goddesses. um, Go outside, get you some fresh air. Start your day off in nature. Start your day off. I mean, if you have plants in your house and it's too cold to go outside, sit by your plants. Feel the life force coming from your plants, you know, because the life force is all around you, right? And if you're intentional in what you do in your home, I am very intentional about the energy in my home. Very intentional about it. I
Okay.
will take a sound bowl and clear the energy just hitting my sound bowl. You can clear energy by clapping your hands in your house. Clear the energy by clapping your hands in your house. Break up that energy. Having these routines for your mind, your body, your spirit will always give you a return on your energetic investment, which is what you should be doing all the time for yourself. Hello, Goddess Erin. So, yes, I am really big on teaching people how to connect energetically and be able to give yourself that gift because we always talk about how time is a gift, the present is a gift. So, in the time that you have, how are you spending it?
And
Because
with whom?
a
And with
lot of
whom?
times, yes, yes. And I remember I read something a long time ago and it stuck with me. They said, did you really have a bad day or did somebody mess up 5 minutes of your life? So you're letting that 5 minutes where that person pissed you off ruin your whole day. And for me, I had to sit in that because I was like, ooh, that really hit me upside my head because I've done that.
Me too.
But once I started my journey into my mindfulness practices, I started realizing how precious my time, my energy is. I'm not gonna let that's a precious commodity that is not gonna be wasted on people who just want to waste it. I can't do that anymore. And I'm at the age now where it's like, listen, I have no time to waste, no energy to waste. Either you rock with me or you don't rock with me. Um, if you don't wish me well, that's fine. I wish you well. Be blessed. I can't do that. So, but yeah, there's so many ways that we can protect our energy. Like you can wear crystals to work. If you
Which
want
one?
protection,
Which crystals? Because I do have some. So which one do you recommend?
um, black onyx, obsidian, any of the black stones, they're all protective.
Okay.
You can even buy black candles to put into your home and light those and do prayers of protection. Um, You can use things like herbs or essential oils. One that's my favorite is rosemary. If you got rosemary in your cabinet, rosemary will protect you.
Oh,
She's a
that's good to
protector.
know. And it's
She's a
good in food
protector.
too.
Listen, she's a protector and she's also in helping with manifestation. Hint, hint.
Oh, oh, where you put it? You put it at the door or what? Where you put it?
You can wherever, here's the thing, wherever you feel led to put it. So if you use like rosemary essential oil, because I use the essential oil because I also sell essential oils.
Which one? Which essential oil?
doTERRA, the brand doTERRA.
Okay.
So I sell those. But you can use rosemary and you can like put a couple of drops of the oil in your hand and just kind of lay your head this way and just take some deep breaths and just take her in, right? You can also use rosemary to rub up like your feet with rosemary. There's so many different things.
I'm
Yes,
glad that you.
Christine says I have rosemary and mint spray for my office. That's awesome. That's perfect.
Wow, maybe if I had that rosemary before I left work, maybe it would have helped. I doubt it, but you never know. Those people were too toxic. So if you're working in a toxic work environment like I was, you just spray your rosemary occasionally. When my supervisor come over there, I like, she's like, "What's that?" I'm like, "Oh, some rosemary to calm you down."
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Whew.
Yep.
Yeah, but I went to uh I went to Israel. Okay, I spent 2 tours over there, and when I did that, I did a tour in Egypt. Okay, they talk about all of these essential oils that you can use. Instead of like pharmaceuticals, but I would not recommend anybody doing that without talking to their doctor first. Okay?
Right.
Because a lot of these essential
Absolutely.
oils will help you with physical conditions like arthritis and different things like that. Okay?
Yep.
And so I kept that piece of paper. I should have brought it with me. Okay. From everything from sexual dysfunction all the way down to, circulation. You can use the essential oils. But again, I do not recommend using anything unless you talk to your doctor. Okay.
Right. Absolutely.
So that was a wonderful thing to know. And you got these different herbs you can use also that will help. Like you can drink chamomile at night and it will help you to go to sleep rather than using a sleep aid. Okay. So I would prefer personally to use any holistic remedy over pharmaceutical. That's just my
Absolutely.
personal preference because every time you see these pharmaceuticals, they'll say, "Oh, by the way," you read the fine print. "Oh, it'll cause diarrhea. It'll cause gas. It'll cause this and that." I'm like, "Damn, do I really want to take that shit?"
Yes. No.
And I don't know if you knew, but also rosemary helps with hair growth. Okay, I found
Yeah,
that out
rosemary
too.
does a lot.
It does.
Rosemary
And
does a lot.
it does. I have this book that I bought from Amazon. It's huge. It's like this. It'll tell you every essential oil and herb you can use, okay, and how to put these things together that you can, for municipal purposes. So I like, hey,
Mm-hmm.
I'll try that. And I also got this book about crystals. It'll tell you the various crystals and what it can do. Okay?
Yes.
And
Yes.
then you can do all these clearing with these crystals as well,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
And when my tenants moved out, I got the what you call that sage. I took the sage down there, was burning it, okay. And I haven't gotten a tenant since, but that's probably a good thing.
Oh,
Okay.
but yeah.
So, What
always
you say?
using herbs, using oils, using crystals, those different things, they're here
For a
because
purpose.
they have a purpose. Yes. They have a purpose. So we should be using the things that God created for us to use.
Absolutely. So, as you said, protecting our energy is everything because even when you're
Yes.
sick, that affects your energy too. I have no energy if I'm sick. Okay.
Mhm.
So we have to take care of ourselves in order for us to be able to function properly, mentally, spiritually,
Absolutely.
emotionally. Okay. So
Absolutely.
when you say that, it's necessary to do a inv- uh, energy inventory. Okay.
Absolutely. Mhm. Absolutely.
That will probably help us to see where the energy leaks are. Right.
Mhm. Yeah,
So you want to talk more
absolutely.
about that? You want to talk more about that?
Well, what I try to tell people is we have to not try to make energy and energy work this mystical thing because it's not.
Okay.
You can do your own gauge. You know, when I was talking about at the end of the night, end of the day, and you're sitting at the edge of your bed and you're taking your 5 deep breaths while you're sitting there, just do like a quick scan, energetic scan. See in your body, where do I feel tension? Where do I feel like where in my body could use a little more love, right? Maybe I feel a little like, discomfort somewhere. Like maybe I've been having some low back pain or something like that. Um and a lot of times, if your lower back is hurting, if you're having problems with like your feet and your legs, sometimes that could be root chakra stuff. Maybe there's some things in your root chakra that you need to address, especially the lower back pain, because that's where the root chakra is, you know. So ask yourself, what's making me feel unsafe right now? What's making me feel what's um messing with my insecurities right now? Where am I feeling unstable? You know, do I feel disconnected? Maybe I need to get more grounded. Now, I'm not saying that's always going to be the problem, but sometimes things start in the metaphysical that manifest into the physical. So you kind of have to think about stuff like that. Because maybe you don't need to take that Tylenol for your back pain. Maybe you just need to address whatever it is that you've been avoiding, you know, that is making you feel unsafe, that's making you feel, you know, uneasy about something or whatever. Maybe once you address it, say it out loud, admit it, go see a therapist or whatever it is that you need, then you might be able to work through those problems. Not like I said, that's not always the case. It could be some medical things. Always consult your doctor. I'm never going to tell you not to go see a doctor because I'm a person that believes that holistic and Western medicine can and should work together. I don't feel like holistic is the answer for everything because
It's not.
it's
It's
not.
not.
There's a reason why there's a medical community. Now, we know that the United States healthcare is not that great. Okay, we know this,
Yeah.
but we have to start educating ourselves as well. You start educating yourself, ask the hard questions, and you know, see a holistic person as well as a Western medicine person and have them work together in tandem, together to help you mind, body, and spirit. So, addressing those things like that, like if you're a woman and you've been dealing with, like as women, we carry a lot of trauma, a lot of energy, a lot of things within our womb space. And a lot of times we don't address it because we don't know that we can or should, so we can do things like womb work, like womb journaling, talking with our wombs and discussing with them, how are you feeling? What do you need me to know right now? How, what do you think about, what I'm wanting to create? Or what do you want to create right now? Or anything like that. Talking to your womb, being acquainted with your body, period, is helpful. So that's a good way to energetically see where you are.
Yeah, that's a part of knowing who we are. And as we continue to have these discussions, we are learning more and more about things that we need to address. Underneath the iceberg is where the real transformation
Absolutely.
happens. And we know that.
Absolutely.
But we have to
Absolutely.
be open and willing to be uncomfortable to address all of these issues,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely. Being open is essential. Being open is essential. You know, one thing I tell people is please don't book a Reiki session with me if you're trying to prove that it doesn't work, because your lack of being open, and yes, there are people who do stuff like that. If you're not open, then it's not going to be able to do what it needs to do. There's a level of surrender that you
Hmm.
must have in that moment of Reiki. And even after, because since it is a energetic detox, even after we're done, it's still working. That's why I always give aftercare information, to let you know this is what you could probably expect after you've had a session. Some people, after they've had a Reiki session, they have very like vivid dreams, not bad dreams, just really vivid dreams. And I just say that's probably because I opened up where your mind can just dump everything that's been trapped up in there.
I probably
So,
need another
yeah.
session. I probably need another session. Well, I can tell you that I feel a whole lot better because I am still dealing with some things, okay? And it's not over.
Yeah.
And I recognize that I want to heal from all these past trauma, okay? I don't want to bring that shit into 2026, okay? That's why I made amends with the people I offended, okay? And that's why I'm cleaning out my closets, okay? I'm doing the hard work now. So my juicy years, like Lamar say, okay, I could be right there. Okay, because I done made so many sacrifices. I ain't making no more sacrifices. I'm living life now. Okay? That's
There
where
you
I'm at
go.
today. Okay?
There you go.
Are you with me?
Yeah. I'm with you.
Okay? Because my neighbor, he died 3 days ago. Okay? He knew he was
Mhm.
dying. He chose to die at
Okay.
home. Okay?
Okay.
And I ain't ready to die. So when I'm gonna go out with a bang. Okay? I'm gonna go out with a bang starting today. He lived a beautiful life. Okay?
That-
He was always happy. He was kind. Okay? And it touched me,
mm,
because the family was over there. They had the gathering, okay, for him. They was over there all
mhm,
day. Then they put up the tree, the Christmas tree, and I'm like,
mm.
wow, they did all that in one day for their mother. So I want to live my best life, okay, because I done sacrificed everything for everybody. Now it's my time,
That's
okay.
right. That's right.
Absolutely. Let the
Yeah.
party begin. Let the party begin.
All right
Okay?
now.
Yes, absolutely. Not when I'm dead and gone because I can't smell the flowers. I can't see them and I can't enjoy them. I want to enjoy my flowers today. Okay?
Today. That's right.
Exactly. Because tomorrow I could be gone.
That's right. We
Okay?
never know.
So we never know. So somebody tell you wait till tomorrow, whatever. No, ain't no, it might not be no tomorrow.
That's right.
The way this world going, okay? So so when we look at our energy, how to execute, okay? A hard reset between engagements. What do you think about that? I'm sorry, did you hear me?
I heard you.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I'm just checking.
it really I guess it just depends. Like, what kind of engagement were you in? Was it something that fed your soul or sucked it out?
Most times it sucked it out.
So if that is the case, then, resetting is just finding the things that bring you joy. That's a good way to recalibrate your energy, is do something that brings you joy. Do something that makes you laugh. Find something that makes you laugh. Find something that is not like stressful, or you got to think too hard to do it. Something really just simple. Like I said, energy work really is not mysterious. It's not. It's really just us leaning into the understanding and knowing who we are. You know the things that make you feel good. You know the
Right.
things that make you happy. You know the things that don't make you happy, right? So if you've had uh an encounter with someone that has been less than pleasurable, then balance that out by finding something afterwards that will be pleasurable for you. You know, in a healthy, beautiful way. And like I said, if it's something that just makes you laugh real hard, like a good belly laugh, nothing wrong with that. You know, nothing wrong with um finding something, you know, um nostalgic from like your childhood that just gives you good memories, that can also, help your energy. Just whatever it is. And just don't allow someone to keep you in a space that is low vibrational, that is low, the energy feels bad and off. Find a way to get yourself back to that. One of my mentors, she had suggested, if you have some candy, like some hard candy, or that you have in your purse, take that and just rub that candy on yourself and let all
Hmm.
that sweetness get on you, and get all
Okay.
the not sweetness off of you. She said, take that and just rub that on you. And it's symbolic to say, okay, I want the sweets again. I don't want that I just had. I want the sweet feeling. So doing that is something that is really can be really powerful as well. So it's different things that we can do. So many things we can do. So many things.
Right. One of the
Taking a
things.
shower.
Oh,
Take a
okay.
shower. Take a
Can-
shower. Water is cleansing, not just as hygienic cleansing, because duh, yeah. But energetically, stand in some water. Let that water rush down your body. And let that water going down the drain symbolize all that crap that I just dealt with is now gone down that drain.
We can tell ourselves that.
Yeah,
Okay. And then it's like we're manifesting it. Okay.
that's right.
When we do that,
Hmm.
speak it out loud. Okay. And so one of the other things, oh, I just forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I was talking to this person, okay? She was doing some other type of healing work where, you lay in the bed and she listens to all these things and everything. She told me what I should do is get in the shower after got left work to take a shower with salt. Okay? The
Yes,
salt, she said it takes all of that stuff out too. Talk
yes.
to us about that.
You can use salt. Salt is a great way to take care of taking negativity. I mean, you could even put like salt water around your house if you want to absorb negative energy. Put some salt water around, right? If you're having trouble with like sleeping, as far as like having a lot of bad dreams and whatnot, put a bowl under your bed with some salt water and let the salt absorb all that negativity while you sleep.
Yeah,
Um,
because yeah, I'm
yeah,
glad you mentioned that because when I was working, anytime, because I'm a highly sensitive person, okay? And all this stuff transfers to my sleep,
yes,
and I can't sleep. So I'm glad to know that you could put that bowl of salt water under your bed. So basically, you just replenish it every day before you go to bed.
Yeah. You can also
Okay.
wash your feet in salt water. That's also good too. And
I
just
also
like bless your feet so that you continue to walk into places where you are welcome and it's positive. You can do, that.
I also heard they had this saint. I forgot which saint it was. Anyway, you take this saint, you bury it in front of your house or whatever to help you to sell your house or whatever,
Mm.
give you some blessings too. I'm like, anything that's gonna give me some blessings and some joy, I want it. Okay, I'm gonna fill my house with it. Okay,
Excuse me.
and so all of these things are good to know. Okay,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
yeah, just like it's symbolic to I grew up in the Baptist church, so I'm not going to talk about religion, but I'm just going to use this as an example. I remember when back in the story they was talking about they was killing all the firstborn, the sons, and so they would take that blood and put it above the door, so it would help so they would pass, so they wouldn't kill the
Right.
firstborn. So you have a lot of these type of symbols and rituals throughout history that have been
Mhm.
used.
Yeah, absolutely. The Bible is full of spells, incantations, all that. People don't realize that. Now that I am on this side of spirituality, when I read the Bible, I can see it. I can see the spells, the incantations, the blessings that of how you can use it um in a way that can be more positive for you, to be able to speak abundance into your life in order to like block negativity or whatever the case may be, right? You can use your Bible and do what's called bibliomancy, which is basically what people have been practicing for years, where you open up the Bible wherever it lands, that's where you read, right? That's a form of divination. People don't realize that, but that is a form of divination. Um so I mean you could definitely do stuff like that. Like, why not?
I'm
I
at
mean,
the point.
it's
Well,
yeah.
I'm at the point I'll just about try anything if you say I'm going to be, as long as it's positive, okay? Positive,
Yeah.
okay? So,
Yeah.
it was something else I was going to say too as well. So you can see all these symbols and everything when I went to Egypt, then you have numerology and all of these
Mhm.
things are of a take us to a higher level of consciousness.
Yeah.
And these are the type of things that we definitely would like to understand. And you got the tarot cards and you got all of these other things, you know. Um, and so a lot of these things are like taboo, okay? Because they tell you, oh, don't
Yeah.
do that, because of the Winston with that witch trials or whatever, and
Right.
they killed all those people. Was that right? I don't know. I don't believe in killing anybody, okay?
Right.
But we have to utilize the tools that we have available to us to achieve our goals. Okay. That's what I'm about. Okay. And then
Yeah.
you got hoodoo. They talk
Mhm.
about hoodoo and all the nationalities have their rituals, okay, that they utilize, okay, to achieve their goals,
Mhm.
a part of community. And so when we look back through history, all these things are prevalent within our cultures, various
Mhm.
cultures.
Yeah, definitely. Every culture. We as Black Americans have the unique experience historically, um of our cultures being wiped away, or so they thought, because a lot of us are starting to wake up from that spell and realize that, hey, our things that we've always done, that our ancestors have always done, that our ancestors are speaking to us and teaching us right now, is not bad. It's not bad. And that's actually what my next book that I'm just finished is about. Um, Spiritual liberation. So, um, yeah. So that's something I talk about because I'm very passionate about that as well.
Yeah, spirituality is a life force. And
Mhm.
without that, uh, there's no you and there's no me. Okay.
Absolutely. Mhm. Yeah.
So uh we talked about how our energy is impacted, okay, through exterior means. Okay, we talked about that. And how can we, let me ask you this. Can we I wouldn't say manipulate, but whatever, our energy to increase it rather to uh you know, it being minimized? You have any suggestions on that, how to increase our energy? I don't need mine increased, but I'm just speaking in general.
Movement, movement,
Okay.
moving your body.
Yeah, that
That's a
makes
good
sense.
way.
Yeah.
If you want more energy, give your body what it needs. Give the things that your body needs because we are spiritual beings living in these natural bodies. These natural bodies require certain things. So making sure we're hydrated and drinking lots of water. Don't drink too much water because there is such a thing as drinking too much water.
It is.
But you want to hydrate. You want to make sure you're eating your fruits and your vegetables. Basically, eat the rainbow. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Now, I don't always be doing that successfully, but I strive to do that as much as possible, right? And
Right.
that's really all you can ask. Give yourself grace, right? Because sometimes we are going to have those human moments where, okay, I want a cookie, and you go and you eat the cookie or two or whatever, but not to beat ourselves up about it, to give ourselves grace, to be honest with ourselves, but give ourselves grace. And like I said, build those routines, those healthy habits and routines. Now, are you going to be able to just go and change everything about your life all at once? No. Let it be gradual, right? Start with the most simple thing that you can do. If if anybody listening like tonight, if all you want to do is start with what I said of having a nightly routine, and that is, turn the phone off, turn your television off, spend that time with yourself, even if it's just 5 minutes, if you have, kids, spouse, anybody else that's requiring time, give yourself that moment and let them know this is time for me, so let me have this time and then I'll be able to do whatever it is that you need because we have to fill our cup first. Everyone is supposed to come and have from our overflow. We're supposed to be full. And what everyone else in our lives gets is the overflow. But what we've been taught is that we're supposed to pour from an empty cup. And we can't do that. And that is what's literally killing a lot of us is the fact that we're constantly trying to pour from an empty cup. And a lot of times that comes from us not understanding our worth, from not from being feeling like we're not enough or we're not doing enough. You know, Women have always been taught to have this guilt of I'm not enough. I'm not doing enough. Oh, I can't lay around because that's being lazy. I gotta be productive and everything else. And it's like, I remember I was watching, I was actually flipping through the channels, and this was a while back when cable was like a thing to have. But I was
Yeah,
flipping
right.
through the channels and the preacher, Joyce Myers, was talking. And she asked the question. She said, are you really being productive or are you just busy being busy? And so when I heard her say that, I was like, well, shit. I think I'm busy being busy. I need to sit down somewhere,
Okay.
And so, I start thinking about stuff like that, and then I start teaching my, tribe about this, and like, okay, look, it's we don't have to keep killing ourselves to prove anything to anybody. We don't. There's nothing wrong with you sitting down and resting. There's nothing wrong with that. We've been so programmed that we think that we're not supposed to rest, but we are. And here's the other thing, and this is for Black women especially. For us to be able to rest, to be able to be in position to rest, that's truly revolutionary. Our
Right.
ancestors didn't have that. Our ancestors couldn't rest.
Mm-mm.
Sun up to sundown, 7 days a week, picking that rice, that cotton, that tobacco, whatever that crop was. They could not rest. So I, on behalf of my ancestors, choose to rest and allow myself to rest. Allow myself to have those moments that my ancestors couldn't have. So if I can give myself something that my ancestors couldn't have, then I'm going to choose to have that rest. I'm not going to sit and try to be busy for the sake of being busy, because that sent me to the emergency room one night, and I don't want to do that ever again. Ever
It
again.
is. Here it is.
So,
That's why I'm taking the time to sit down every day to give myself some space and to let my mind rest. Okay? It's not just for our bodies. Our mind needs to rest too. Okay?
yeah,
We're overworking our
yeah,
minds to so every part of our body, mind, body, spirit needs to rest. Okay? So we can show up as our best
absolutely.
self. Right?
Absolutely. Yes.
Can't stress it enough, right? For me,
Not at all. I can't.
I'm a recovering workaholic. Okay, that's all I know is work.
Hmm.
Okay, so now I am having some enjoyment in life. Okay, for the
Good.
fruit of our labor, we deserve that because my father was always about work, 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 work. Don't be lazy. Okay, and because in order to have anything in life, you got to work for it. So because his his generation worked to the bone, their fingers to the bone, because that's the only way you can have anything. Even then, it still wasn't enough to make ends meet,
That's right. That's
right?
right.
They
Hmm.
lived a rough life, so that's why they taught us, instilled all of these things into us, so we could have a better life. Okay?
Yes.
And we want that for our children as well, but not to work yourself to the bone where you got to go to the hospital. And
Right.
if our children see us doing that, they feel like that's what they supposed to do too. So
Yep.
we have
That's
to
right.
be a positive role model for our children. You can't say
Absolutely.
one thing to them and do another. Then that's
That's right.
then they're confused. Oh, mama, you said to do this, but you're doing that. Why are you doing that?
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we need to take all of these things in consideration. That we
Absolutely.
are we want to be a positive role model. And okay, so the thing we want to do is when we look at our energy, okay, it's physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. You can't separate them, okay?
Mm-mm.
It's one, okay? They're all
Mhm.
interconnected, right?
Yes.
So when we have this high energy, we're able to create momentum, okay, without manufacturing drama, okay? We're able to sustain long campaigns without burning out, okay? We have to manage our energy in order for it to sustain us, okay?
Right.
It cannot sustain us if we don't maintain it, Okay, if
That's
we
true.
don't nurture and cultivate and maintain it, then we will collapse. Okay, because the body can only take so much before it collapses if we don't feed it what it needs.
That's
And
true.
our energy is the same way, right? Okay, because high energy vibrates at different frequencies. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
and so we need to understand that. You want to talk about that?
I mean, you pretty much said it.
Okay, okay. I just thought you had something to add. Okay.
No, not really. I mean, you said it. I mean, it's about us. o- Okay, so let's just be real. We're not always going to be high vibing. We're not. Um, but it's again finding that balance. It's finding that balance and understanding what balance really means. See, a beautiful, brilliant sister of mine said this a long time ago, and I love her for this. I love that she said this. She said, "We look at balance as linear, like
Okay.
this. Like you think of the scales, they're even, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
But that's not actual balance because in life you have you can't have up without having down. You can't have
Right.
left without having right.
Right.
There's an ebb and a flow. And that is the key ingredients to finding balance is allowing flow, which is why my Reiki sessions are called balance and flow because I want you to find that balance and flow for yourself within yourself. It's understanding that you're going to have high points in your life, high points in the day, and you're going to have lows as well. It's understanding that there's a delicate balance if you just allow flow. It's the allowing, it's the surrender. And that's the part that so many of us, it's so hard for us to do it because we feel like, you know, but if I surrender, that means
Mm.
I'm giving up. No, that means that you are allowing what is supposed to flow natural. You are allowing what spirit has for you, what your ancestors
Mm.
has for you to come to you. Because if you're constantly swimming against the current, are you really getting anywhere? Are you really getting anywhere? And, I don't liken myself to a salmon because they swim upstream. I rather go with the flow of the water. I'll rather
Okay.
allow it to carry me to where I'm supposed to go rather than me fighting, constantly fighting. I
Makes
rather
sense.
just allow. I rather just allow because I'm tiring myself by fighting it. I'm tiring myself by not allowing flow to happen. And I'm not sitting here and saying that I do this right all the time because Lord, no, I don't. But it's when I wake up in the morning, my sacred intention is to allow spirit and the ancestors to guide me to where what I need to say, what I need to do, who do I need to talk to, who do I not need to talk to, you
Mm.
know, how do I need to go about this day? And whatever you have for me, I know it's always for my highest good. So I'm going to go. And that is my sacred intention.
That you say daily.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
Okay. Okay. Well, let me ask you this: is allowing the same as letting go?
It's part of it. Yes. It's part of it. Because, okay. So letting go means letting go of what's not serving you. And oftentimes, what's not serving us is our constant need to control the outcome of things. And when we start to let go of our need to control the outcome, that's when we can actually manifest things that we want. Because we're always manifesting.
Okay.
We're always manifesting, whether we know that or not. When you start speaking things, you're already manifesting it. You're already putting things out into the universe. So rather than putting out the negative things, the things that you don't want, start
Okay.
speaking the things that you do want. But then once you've spoken it, once you've asked for it, let go and say, this or something better for my highest good. That is what I want. Because I could be asking God for $10,000 and God wants to give me 100,000. So am I really gonna fight for that 10,000, or am I gonna just
No,
surrender and be like, well, no,
I'm
send
a
me that
surrender.
100,000?
Surrender. I love this conversation, sister.
Me too.
I am blessed to have met you. Let me see if anybody has any questions for you.
Okay. Because I'm gonna have to get off here in a minute. I got an appointment coming up. But
Okay,
I'm
well, we
enjoying our
just,
conversation.
okay, me too. Me too. So we're gonna let you go because I have another meeting myself soon. So this has been amazing. Um, I'll make sure to put your contact information, sister. I'll probably going to contact you again myself, okay?
Okay.
And we're gonna be in
And we
stay
can
in
do another
touch.
one of these if you want to.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. We
Okay.
can do that, okay? The spirit is gonna lead us, okay, to the
Yes,
direction we need to go. Okay. Thank you,
always.
sister, so much. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you,
And
my
thank
sister.
each and every one of you for
Yes.
coming as well. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.